100%. I think like you were asking what's hard about building a brand, and I guess just starting a business in general is just you're going to get a lot of feedback, right? Especially when you have viral videos.
Yeah.
And I've always been a person that's like, I really don't like care what people say. Like I'm stubborn, I'm going to do it. Like I know this is a good idea. I know this is something that sells and that people want. And you're going to get those people who are like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, okay, well, what's your business? Like, what's your idea?
Welcome back to another episode of the Scorpioness podcast. Today with me is a really good friend of mine. She's the inventor of the hair can, Sabrina Schlenker. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. And for those that don't know you, because you and I have the pleasure of knowing each other from the business fraternity and being friends for years now, can you give the audience a quick update on kind of like your background before you got into the invention of this product? Because I know that's going to take up a lot of the episode, but give us a little history of how you got here first.
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Sabrina, and I am 23 years old. I am a former collegiate athlete from Illinois State University. I was in marketing and sales, and had a minor in entrepreneurship. And I was heavily involved with like other organizations like Delta Sigma Pi, for example. And I was involved in our sales program. And yeah, I was a student athlete. I ran track, and now I am in the real world. It's been my first year in the real world, so it's been a journey for sure, but it's been great. And I work in sales in the medical device industry for a great company. And yeah, I do hair can on the side.
Love it. And you're in Chicago, right? Downtown?
Yep.
Love this city. We're going to get into that probably towards the end of the episode. I always ask people like where their favorite restaurants and bars are and stuff.
Cool. So. Yeah.
But to become a inventor of a well-known and successful product, you kind of have to go through this journey of like wanting to be an entrepreneur and learning from teachers and other business people and stuff. So I know both being an athlete and part of this business fraternity, did those groups kind of shape you in any sort of way to kind of move towards the entrepreneurship track? Yeah,
for sure. I would say, being an athlete and just like entrepreneurship, there's a lot that correlate, right? Like being determined and having persistence and just showing up every single day, right? And believing in yourself, because you're going to have some people that doubt you or talk crap about your business and just don't believe in you, but you always have to believe in yourself and like know that you have it, and just the skills and determination and the consistency and hard work that instilled from me from a young age really translated over into creating this business.
Yeah. So. Did you have any teachers that kind of fostered that spark in you or like really kind of motivated you to keep going, or maybe some friends in the business frat?
Yeah. So Dr. D at Illinois State University, he's amazing. He's a sales legend and he taught me a lot of things, and he also told me like a lot of hard things that I needed to hear too in order to grow, because I think that's when you learn the most is when people care about you and tell you those things like, hey, you're doing great at this, but like let's clean this up, So he was really great in shaping like the salesperson who I am today, shaping that career. And then Delta Sigma Pi, just all the brothers, my pledge class, and there's too many to name,
right?
Because there's so many of us, but that's always been. And as you know, like just surrounding yourself, like you are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with. And that's why I joined Delta Sigma Pi. So why did you originally join it?
Well, I met a couple guys on my freshman dorm floor that were really like down to earth guys, and they had joined the semester before me, and we started hanging out, and they knew that I loved business and stuff. They're like, oh, we just joined this group. Like, you got to come because we're going to be doing this for the rest of college. And if you want to come hang out with us and like just be around good people, you got to join. And they convinced me. And honestly, we could record a whole episode on just the benefits of DSP, but we'll have to save that for another time. But I mean, I tell people all the time, I'm like, it's not just a college thing. I mean, my one example is when I was investing in real estate, I needed to raise $250,000 to get this project off the ground. And because I had such a strong network of brothers over the last decade of just hanging out, working together, getting jobs together, supporting each other. I already had that network of people that knew, like, and trusted me.
Yeah.
And then when it came time to do the business deal, I could lean on my brothers and be like, hey, here's the business plan. This is what I need. And it was not instantaneous, but pretty dang close.
Yeah.
Because I built that trust over a decade of these relationships. So many benefits to having an organization like that. And you're going to continue to reap the rewards and also give back, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's funny that your sales professor was Dr. D, because our sales professor was Dr. P.
Oh, really?
And he was the same way. He's like very good at giving direct feedback and kind of shaping us at a young age. And when you're young and in college, it's kind of hard to take criticism and like direct feedback because you're young and you want to succeed and you want to be good at what you do, but you know, you're still kind of like the raw material, right? So thanks, Dr. P on our sales side and Dr. D on your sales side for shaping us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are many ways to go about the entrepreneurship journey. You chose kind of like the design and product way.
CPG.
Can you talk to me about like the process and like what is the hair can for those that don't even know?
The hair can is the world's first trash can for stray hair in the shower. So let me ask you this, Thomas. I know you have a sister.
I do. Okay. I have two, actually.
Two sisters. Have you ever had, do you have a girlfriend right now?
I am currently single.
Currently, he is single, ladies.
This is 2025 for those of you watching at a later date.
Okay, so I'm assuming you've had a significant other in the past, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, safe to assume. And have you ever walked into the shower or into your bathroom and you open the shower curtain and you just see hair all over the wall? It's like a massive art gallery of hair, or just like the hair in the drain clogging the shower drain.
Everywhere.
Yeah. So, and who gets stuck cleaning that up?
Let me think. Me.
Yeah. So that's an issue, right? And that's something that I always dealt with my entire life. I had a lot of hair. Usually it's a lot longer than this, but my entire life I was always losing so much of it and putting it on the wall or down the drain. And I think a lot of people don't realize what happens is we're not like intentionally doing this. It's just like coming out and you're like, oh, like where do I put this? Because it's wet and it sticks to our hands. And that's why we end up putting it on the wall or down the drain, for example. So that's why I invented this product, because it was something that I really wanted that didn't exist. I started searching like trash cans in the shower for like stray shower hair. And there just wasn't really anything out there to what I wanted personally, aesthetically, functionality wise. So I decided to create it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's and it seems to be unisex and multifunctional as well, right? It's not just for stray hairs. Like I think you can use it as a razor holder, and I mean, it's multifunctional. However you get creative, I'm sure you can come up with ways. But that's got to be important, right, in building a product, because if you build something that's just for one use, it might not have a long shelf life. Maybe you can talk to me about like the design process and like what are the things you were kind of thinking about? For
sure. So when I was creating this product, I had three things in mind, right? I wanted it to be smart. It's a problem-solving product, right? So there's a problem.
So it's not like digital where you can log onto your phone, but like intentionally it's solving a problem.
Yes, intentionally solving the problem, which is the stray hair in the shower, which is what we all hate to deal with, right? So it's solving that problem there, right? So it's smart. And then the second aspect to it is it's stylish. So it is aesthetically pleasing, in my opinion, and what other people have told me, just because a lot of shower gadgets out there aren't necessarily the nicest to look at. They're just bulky, clunky, ugly looking. So I wanted to make this aesthetically pleasing, where it looks nice in your shower, right? It's elevating your shower experience. So we have 5 different colors. We have the 2 fun ones, our Pretty Pink, which is our best seller, Lavish Lavender, and then 3 neutrals. We obviously have your black and white, and then my personal favorite, Bussin' Beige, which is the beige color, which blends in pretty nicely with the showers. So gotten a lot of great feedback on it being aesthetically pleasing and stylish. And then the last aspect, like you mentioned, it is multifunctional. So when I was designing this, I'm like, oh, what else can we do with this? So it also holds your razor, which is also another problem where, for me at least, I never had anywhere to put it in the shower. So I just throw it like on the side, and that can be dangerous. So it's a razor holder, as you can see right there. And then you can also, let me just show you.
Yeah, grab it.
Okay. So as you can see here, it is a razor holder, but not only is it a razor holder, it is also a phone mount. So probably not going to work well right now because it's not in the shower, but once this is mounted to your shower wall, you can also like watch your favorite show, Netflix, Love Island, whatever. And I actually had a friend tell me that because I didn't like design it intentionally to be like that. Like the razor holder, yes, like wanted to do that. But I had a friend text me, she's like, Sabrina, did you know you can actually like use this as a phone mount too? I'm like, oh, heck yeah. Like it's even more multifunctional now. So yeah, just like little things that I think make it really different than what else is out there. Cause you're always gonna have competitors and other things, but that's the whole point of entrepreneurship, right? It's like you see a gap in the market and you create the solution to it and like what I personally want and what I needed. Like I'm going about solving a problem in a different way.
I love that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of folks out there, I'm sure, that have had an idea and wanted to build a product or just get something out there, but I find that a lot of people will overthink themselves into inaction. Did you ever have any of those thoughts of like, I just don't know if it's good enough, or like, I don't know how to start? Like, how do you get from zero to product that's already produced and shipping and selling and now you're promoting? And I mean, it seems to be such a ominous journey.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's a lot that goes into starting a business. And I think when anyone says, oh, you can start a business with $100 in a few hours, like that is not realistic. Like there's so much time, money, and resources that went into creating this. And I think a lot of people don't really see that back end or understand that. But I'm just going to say what everyone says, just get started and actually just do it. Shout out Nike. Love Nike. But it is so true, right? It's like you just have to get started. You just need to do it and just figure it out as you go. I saw a quote, it's like, just jump off the cliff and then build the plane on the way down. And that is exactly how I'm doing this. I'm just going for it and I'm figuring it out along the way. And I know I have a product that sells and people love and need. And it's just been great seeing the feedback, like, wow, this is actually like a life-changing product. Like this is incredible. And it's like, it's just something that's really solving a problem that there was a gap in the market for. And I knew that it would sell. I just needed to create it and get started.
Yeah. So. Was there a moment where you went from kind of like a fun idea with your girlfriends to like, oh, I'm doing this? Like, do you have a clear moment of like, yeah, we're going? Oh, yeah, for sure. So I did think of this idea in middle school. So, oh, wow. Yeah, when I was in the shower in middle school, I was washing my hair. I'm like, oh, stupid hair is on my hand again. And I'm putting it on the wall or down the drain. And I was thinking to myself, because I always had that like entrepreneurial spirit. Like I started working at like 15. Yeah. I don't even know if that's illegal, but I was like a hostess at a like pancake shop. And I was so excited to like get paid and work. I always loved working. And so I was always thinking of businesses. And I thought of this literally in the shower. Like it was a shower thought that I had. I'm Love
like,
that.
Well, yeah. I'm like, what's a product that could be like a Shark Tank, like innovative product? And I'm like, oh, it's right in front of my face, the hair can. Okay, I have to do something about this. So when I was in college, this was the turning point when I actually made it happen. Because when you're in middle school, you don't really have the finances or the like ability to make that happen. But college gave me that opportunity, right? I was in marketing, sales, and then I also minored in entrepreneurship my senior year. And I was heavily involved. I was in Delta Sigma Pi. I started a club. I was in so many different organizations on the track team, balancing being a student athlete. And there was this startup competition, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm so involved. I'm spreading myself so thin. Yeah. But I just love doing things, and I always say yes to everything. So I just decided to go for this startup competition that was happening at school. It was through our entrepreneurship program. And it was like a Shark Tank competition for startups, right, for business ideas. And there were judges there that would rate everyone's idea, and the winners would all win money. So I remember submitting a video of my idea, my product, and it was probably an hour before the submission deadline. So I was last minute. I'm like, I'll just go for it, whatever. And I ended up becoming a finalist. Yeah, so I was like, okay, this is my sign that I need to do this and go for it. Yeah. Like I put together something so last minute, and we were able to make a prototype like for the competition to show like the proof of concept. It was literally just like a box, like 3D printed, just like, okay, this is the hair can, guys. Like, this is my idea. And I went up there and I pitched it, and everyone loved it. I asked, who here has seen shower or hair all over the shower down the drain in the audience? And everyone's like, oh, I've seen like, so it was really fun. And I won $4,000 at that competition. Wow, that's big money when you're in college. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm rich. Yeah. Like, $4,000. But then I quickly realized, anyone that has started a business, $4,000, it's depleted like that, like registering your business, filing for the patent, filing the trademark name, like all of that immediately gone. Like patents are expensive. Like $4,000, that's not gonna cover it.
What's the dollar range on a patent nowadays?
I don't
Or
know.
does it depend on the product?
It depends. I think it depends. It can be anywhere from, initially filing it could be like $4,000 to like 15, like probably even more depending on what you're trying to do. But it is an expensive process, but it is vital to have that.
Yeah.
It's important, especially when you have an innovative product that you've created. You want to always protect yourself the best way you can. And the trademark is the biggest thing. I always tell people, like immediately when I won that competition, I knew that was like the first thing I needed to do besides registering the business was filing for a trademark, because you own that name, you own the brand. Like no one can take that from you.
Right.
Like UGG, for example, UGG owns that name, UGG, and people buy UGG because of the brand and because of the name. Yeah, there's other UGG or shoe, like, snow boots out there, but people prefer to buy the brand name because they know the quality, they know it's the original. So I knew that was really important to own that that viral name, Haircan, which I do. So.
Yeah, that's another unique thing we can talk about, and something I'm passionate about is building brands. Mm-hmm. So I see that you're doing all of the things. Not only do you have a brand, but like the branding that is weaved into it. Yeah. It's how you show up, what you're saying, what's the story, who are you telling it to, where are you at in social media and print and advertising and stuff. And it is exhausting to build a brand.
Oh, yeah.
Because surface level, people are going to be out there and see, oh, Haircan, it's a product. Bree, she's a person, but really, I think it's more than that, of just a person selling one product. You're building this whole brand of, helping women, solving a problem, creating a seamless interaction with something you do on the day-to-day. And until you're like in it, I feel like you don't realize how important it is. So the fact that it's a functional product, but also I'm sure you're going to release tons of other products along the line. And I mean, you have a long way to go. You're young and you're going to build this into as big as you want. I hope it's big, because
scale it anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you've done so much in such a little amount of time.
Thank you.
There's something you mentioned before when you were saying you were spreading yourself thin, and it's kind of a duality for entrepreneurs where you have to do a lot of things to figure out what you like or what you want to do.
Yeah.
But then once you kind of find that lane, you have to pivot, in my opinion, to focus effort gets focused results.
Yeah.
I've worked with people that are maybe overthinkers at times, and it's hard to have them at the helm of the business because it stalls progress. So do things until you find what your niche is, and then go all in on that niche, and you'll find, like you are, plenty of success.
For sure. Yeah, no. And I think at the beginning, like you're saying, like when you first start, you are figuring it all out and doing it all on your own. And you can spread yourself very thin doing that. It's just not sustainable. And we know, like, once you scale your business, you got to hire people. You got to hire people that are better at things that you are not good at, because then you're not going to grow. And it's like, I know my strengths and I know what my strengths aren't, right? My weaknesses, right? Your strengths and weaknesses. That was always a question in Delta Sigma Pi. So it's really important to understand that, and then hire people that are experts in that category so you can do what you do best. But I do think it is important to understand all aspects of the business at some basic level, because let's say your accountant or whatever, they die or something, and like you got to be able to like know the basics of it, because it is really important to have like a strong foundation and understand all of it as you continue to grow.
Yeah, that's a great point for the young entrepreneurs out there. I mean, for example, I just had a conversation with a gal that runs a marketing consulting firm for jewelers.
Oh, nice.
And I got on the phone with her. I'm like, look, I have 2 marketing degrees. I know how everything plays together, but I know that I'm not the Google pay-per-click ads guy. I'm not a website builder. I know my strengths and weaknesses. I can understand what you're telling me, but I know I'm more of a strategist, more so than just like a focused execution guy on like one lane. Because there's, I don't know, 15 different lanes in marketing just in that one niche. And I'm like, look, I get it. I know I need to do all this stuff, but I just don't have the time or like the energy to want to do all this stuff. As an entrepreneur, you're wearing 10 hats at once. So to your point, you got to put the ego aside, understand your strengths and weaknesses, and get good people on the team, because what's the saying? If you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. Build that team, and you'll have there's another saying. It's like, do you want 80% of the watermelon or 100% of the grape? Like, I want a big chunk of a big thing, right?
Yeah.
So
like Mark Cuban say that or something.
Probably. That's a good transition.
Yeah.
So I assume you've watched a lot of Shark Tank.
Of course.
Yeah, it's like the drug of entrepreneurs,
yeah.
and I think I've seen probably every episode.
Oh yeah.
Have you met any of the sharks?
I have not, but I would love to.
Who's your favorite shark?
My favorite shark. Okay, I love them all, but if I had to pick one, definitely Lori. I think she's awesome, and she's very like QVC, definitely in my niche, like with the shower products. And she's actually from Chicago too.
Is she really?
Yeah.
I feel like I should have known that.
Yeah, no, she's from Chicago, and she's just a boss. Like, I love her, and I would love to meet her and maybe do a deal with her one day, so we can speak it into existence here. I also love Barbara. She's so much fun. And
Barbara's a boss.
Yeah.
I think she's a sleeper shark because people underestimate, but
those are always the ones you want to, be scared of.
She's made some great deals and swooped in. So shout out to Barbara as well. And for those of you watching, don't forget to tag all the sharks, and we'll see if we can get Bree a meetup with Lori.
Yeah, but she also, so Barbara, another cool thing about her, she has, I can say this because this is public information, like on the website. Yeah. She has a balloon in her shoulder.
Oh, really?
So like a medical device product in her shoulder, because she's like an older, active patient, and she didn't want to get like a total reverse shoulder surgery, which are pretty like traumatic and it's a long recovery process. So she decided to get a balloon in her shoulder, which is it essentially acts as a cushion in the subacromial space. And so she was able to get that, and she was up and running like a few weeks after. She was able to finally like put her plates back up on her counter or her cabinet. And so she has a little correlation with a company that I have ties with or work with.
Yeah, that's so cool. So we'll get the gals together and we'll have a little entrepreneurial luncheon or something in Chicago.
Would love that. Lori, come to Chicago.
Hey. So what's the feedback on the hair can? What are women saying? And even men? I mean, I literally just cut my long hair off, and I was like, man, I already bought the product, but I'll grow it back out again for you. But what's the feedback on the product? Yeah,
well, funny you're saying that, like about the men too, because when I was initially thinking about coming on this podcast, I was like unsure because I'm like, I don't know if this is like the demographic, because I'm very like intentional with the branding and the marketing. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if this is like the demographic or like ideal audience for this product. But then I was like, no, actually majority of my like customers are men that are buying this, like, because men have long hair, right? Like they could have long hair too. And they're also buying it for their significant others and their wives. So I'm like, no, this actually makes a lot of sense, and just the entrepreneurship demographic as well, and just driven people. But yeah, the feedback that we've been getting has been great. So it's one thing to like make a product, but then actually get great feedback. It's just like, it makes me tear up when I get like a 5-star review, like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for creating this. Like, I'm so excited to use this at college in the fall, or I'm really excited to give this to my girlfriend or wife. And it's really helped clean our showers just by like avoiding us clogging the drains, and I'm not having to snake it out because it's the most disgusting thing we've ever had to do that.
It's not fun, and you find a lot of things that you weren't expecting when you do that.
For sure. But there's also, I'll be honest, there's also been like some things that I need to improve on, and that's bound to happen. It's inevitable when you're creating a product, especially like your first one. And I really value like that feedback when people do give me honest feedback, like, hey, like this product works great here. But something that we were trying to fix was like the adhesive right now. It's been working for some people really well, but others are like, hey, this adhesive just isn't doing it in my shower. Like, is there an alternative? And I said, thank you so much for really giving us this feedback. We are actively working on stronger adhesive solutions, because we do realize people have different shower surfaces, and one adhesive might not work for yours, but majority of the people it's worked well for. But there definitely is room for improvement, and I'm totally like in a position where I want to listen to my customers and build on that and improve on the product so I can help them be as satisfied as possible.
Yeah, I love that the transparency is there from the beginning, because people not only love that nowadays, but they kind of crave it and like require it from businesses where I mean, everything's on social media. You're going to get TikTok stars that are going to show you the real-time feedback within seconds of owning the product. So
Yeah.
you can't hide behind anything nowadays. It's all out in the open. So I feel like for you, you've got the right idea of give me all of the feedback, good and bad, so we can keep making this better for you guys.
Yeah.
And you brought up something interesting earlier too, is kind of like the demographic question.
Yeah.
And the intentionality. I actually get that a lot as well in the jewelry business.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time, like, well, who's your target audience? Probably just women, right? I'm like, actually, no. Like, think about men can wear jewelry too, but also who's buying the jewelry half of the time for the end user. And I want to get to the person that's going to swipe the card, right?
Right.
So, you know,
That's so true.
usually it's like, it's more so advertising to couples where it'll catch the eye of one of them and they'll say, hey babe, like, is this something you would like? Or
Hey,
this is
babe.
exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I'd really love this for my birthday, hint, hint, share the post.
Yes,
So
yes.
if you look at it another level deeper, you'll realize that it's not just women or it's not just men. It's you really have to dig into who's buying and who are they buying it for, why are they buying it, and we can go on and on about the entrepreneurial journey of just like digging and all this stuff. So the point is, it's just not surface level. And I love that it's a unisex product. Adhesive thing is interesting because I think about like frozen pizzas where people have the instructions on the box and it'll be like people in Colorado, they're 10,000 feet higher than people in Chicago, which makes the process different. Same thing with you. It's like there's different surfaces for the shower. There's different humidities. People have different hygiene habits that may or may not clean their showers as much as other people. So these are all factors that go into how do we make this the best product for everybody.
Right. For sure. Yeah. And that's why I try to emphasize when they are like setting up their hair can to make sure that they really evaluate what kind of shower surface they have, because there are 2 mounting options, because I did think of that. Like I had that in mind. I'm like, okay, they're going to have different shower surfaces. So we want to make sure there's multiple options. So the hair can comes with 4 suction cups and then 1 semi-permanent adhesive. So the suction cups are used for like glass shower surfaces or just like your standard shower.
Yeah.
But if you have marble or tile, I highly recommend using the semi-permanent adhesive option just because it is a stronger mounting option and you just don't know what shower, like, you know, like, and you want to make sure it's clean too, because you don't, some people might just slap it on there and there's like suds on the wall or whatever. It's like, you got to really clean that thing down and make sure it's dry and then apply the adhesive, hold it for 20 seconds and then mount it for about another 20 seconds and should do the trick.
So super easy to use, super intentional. They get options based on their current situation. It seems like it's just figured out and it doesn't just happen that way, right?
Yeah.
Were there any times when you were going through this journey where like you almost gave up? You're like, this isn't going to work, but you kept heading through and made it out the other side. Like, did you have any of those thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, I'm really stubborn. So like when I have a goal, like when I set a goal for myself, I'll stop at nothing until I get there. And I don't care like who's in on it with me or not. And I think that's what a lot of successful entrepreneurs have, that mentality, right? It's like, if you want to like be with me throughout this journey, great. If not, like I'm going to get there. And I definitely went through some there's a lot of ups and downs when you're creating a product, especially like in college, being really busy. And it was a lot to like get to this point and get everything started. I think once we got the manufacturer and like we're starting to receive samples, and I guess another thing I didn't talk about was how I actually got the funding for the mold for my product, because that is like when you're creating a product, you need to get a mold, and in order to mass produce it, right? You can't just sit at home and 3D print all day and have a great quality product. Like it's great for prototyping and like coming up with a proof of concept. But if you really want to scale something and create a product, you have to get a mold, and molds are very expensive. Right, like I said at the beginning, some people think, oh, I'll just start a business with $100 and I'll become a millionaire. Like, you got to invest a lot of time and money into it, and you know, molds are expensive.
So for this, like a mold is probably what, like a piece of steel in the shape of the hair con, and they inject plastic into it, or
so it's a stainless steel mold that can mass produce like thousands and thousands of hair cans essentially.
So it's like the reverse image of the hair can?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Honestly, I have never seen it in person, but yeah, it's basically it's a 3-piece mold that creates the product because this is a 3-piece product. I guess I can show like how it works really quick and then get back to that. So I actually do have hair with me.
It's
clean.
Sample hair or
it's my hair, but it's clean, so don't worry. And I won't make you touch it. But people are always like, "Oh, that's disgusting." Well, this is the problem.
This is the problem.
All over the wall.
Here's the solution.
Yeah, down the drain. So, like I mentioned before, so what's going to come with your hair can is the 2 mounting options, right? The semi-permanent adhesive option and the 4 suction cups. And so right now I have the suction cups. So if you're using the suction cups, it works great on glass, standard shower surfaces, or if you want to take it on the go. Like I was just in New York a few weekends ago, and I took it with me to my hotel, and it was great. I could use it in there, and I wasn't clogging the drains there. And I think the maintenance people and staff there probably really appreciated that.
So how do we get you a corporate contract with the hotels?
That's in the future. That's where I'm wanting to go. Yeah, the way that it works is you're going to stick your hair can onto your shower wall so it's mounted. And then you're going to ball your hair up. So I recommend wadding your hair up into a ball for best results. And then you simply place it into the hair can like so. So as you can see, there's spikes inside for the hair to get caught. And then there's holes at the bottom for the water to escape, but the hair stays in there. It promotes circulation so the hair dries. There's a big problem with why women or people in general don't take the hair off the shower initially or like down the drain is because it's wet and it's like sticking to the wall.
Like how do you get like one at a time?
Yeah, it's like just annoying to grab, right? So that's why when it's dry, it's a lot easier to just like swirl it up and take it off. So with this, once it's dry, you simply just click the 2 buttons like this. So
that's easy.
The inner can is going to come out of the outer can. And then the spike pad in here actually comes out like this. And then you simply just clean the hair can like you would cleaning your hairbrush and throw it away. Just put that on the table. And then you can slide it back in like so. So it slides back in. And then you simply just click it in for your next use. So that's how the hair can works.
I'm a big proponent of the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
And this product fits that mold to a T. It's three pieces, and the sliding mechanism, the buttons are easy to use. I mean, everything is just so simple. Yeah. It's crazy. You almost have no excuse to have no hair in your shower anymore.
Exactly. 100%. You get it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Another thing we're wanting to do, just like you mentioned, like the showers. Another big market is actually like sororities and colleges. Yeah. So it's now fall. We're back to school, and you don't want hair on your shower wall this fall. So I'm going to try to target college campuses, and already had some conversations about University of Illinois and some of the sororities there. And I actually had a girl that's in a sorority there tell me that they've actually had chapter meetings where their president will be like, hey, everyone really needs to be cautious of the showers because you got like 70, 60 girls sharing a shower. Yeah. And like they're having to pay for plumbing bills like to clean out those drains. And you can just imagine all the hair that gets built up in there. So getting this into like college campuses and sororities will be an absolute game changer. And something I'm wanting to do is create like a subscription-based service where that spike pad inside is actually disposable and you can replace it and have a subscription set up with like college sororities or gyms, hotels, whoever it may be, in order for them to, have multiple girls use one hair can. Because I don't think people are going to want to put their hand somewhere where someone else put their hair. So if they can just throw that away and like make sure that the can is clean for the next use, I think that will be a game changer.
There's a lot of opportunities. And now you got kind of like my real estate brain kind of swirling because I'm like, as a property manager, like preventative maintenance saves so much money instead of replacing things. So plumbing is always an issue. If you can get in with those folks and pitch it as like, instead of you having to call the Drano guy to come out and
call hair can,
call a hair can and give every tenant one of these when they move in as like a move-in product, and you're saving yourself thousands of dollars as the owner of the building. I mean, there's so many ways to go about this.
I love that. We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah, offline we'll have a business discussion.
Yeah, we'll have a meeting.
So What's one thing about building a brand that no one talks about, but you wish they did? Because we were talking about, it's like, it's cool that you're doing it, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of work. I think you and I were talking before we started recording about building a brand. It's almost like one like at a time, one interaction at a time.
Yeah.
How would you describe like the work involved in building a brand?
Yeah. So the work involved, I think a lot of what it is now these days is like the social media presence, because you just can't have a business these days without social media. Like
Right.
that is where so many of my sales have come through, like Instagram, TikTok now, especially. I'm starting to blow up on there a little bit more, and
Yeah.
this will be huge on TikTok. And just building that brand is building the virality, right? Like viral videos. And that was something that I was always really good at doing in college. Like with the NIL, I really took advantage of name, image, and likeness, which is like a new thing in college where athletes can monetize on their brand.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that actually gave me a huge runway into like the real world, because I already had success like building over 100,000 followers on TikTok from just doing track, like vlogging my life, day in the life, and creating content. So I knew what it took to create viral videos. So I was able to do the same thing with hair can. So my first video I posted on Instagram went viral, right? It got 97 million views.
97 million?
97 million views. And I had 50 followers of just friends and family. And this was before I even had the mold. Like we were prototyping the product at the time. And I posted a video of like the final prototype that I was, okay, this is what I want to go with. And it just blew up. Like,
Wow.
And I didn't pay for ads, like all organic. And I think that's the best way to build a brand, right? I actually heard something where if you buy your followers, or like not necessarily like buy ads, but if you buy your followers, like Instagram will like not push your account, like the algorithm will get a little messed up. So you want to authentically and organically build your brand. I think that's the best way to do it. And people love that too. Like that just shows like people who are genuinely interested in what you're doing and what you're building are wanting to watch you and maybe potentially buy. You don't want to fill your Instagram or your TikTok or your socials with just bots. So
yeah,
that won't help
when I
you.
was doing small business consulting, I would always caution people not to buy followers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
not only are they bots, but it doesn't get you to a place where you're creating good content that people want to watch.
Right.
And when the algorithm's changing all the time, the bots aren't going to do anything for you. I mean, it just makes it look fake. And if you're building your business off of like not being honest, like you're already kind of behind the 8 ball, and you're not long for this world. So I believe 100% what you said is true, is build it organically and
build the community.
truthfully, and they will be your biggest salespeople.
Yeah, 100%. I think like you were asking what's hard about building a brand, and I guess just starting a business in general is just you're going to get a lot of feedback, right? Especially when you have viral videos.
Yeah.
And I've always been a person that's like, I really don't like care what people say. Like I'm stubborn, I'm going to do it. Like I know this is a good idea. I know this is something that sells and that people want. And you're going to get those people who are like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, okay, well, what's your business? Like, what's your idea? It's always the people that like aren't necessarily like starting businesses or doing successful things that want to talk about your success.
Oh, sure.
It's like, you never have someone that's like sold a business for millions of dollars, like crapping on someone that's trying to start something. Like they love that. They're like, no, I think that's amazing what you're doing. Like every successful entrepreneur that I've talked to, have been so supportive of what I'm trying to do. And I think it really filters out like people in your life too.
Yeah.
Because they see you building this, and they're either going to be extremely supportive, which I've been so grateful to have a supportive family and like friends like yourself that come to my launch party and really support it. But you're also going to see like flaky people too.
Yeah.
And I think that just like it filters out people that are there for you and who are not. So
that's a really, really great point. And I love talking about this with entrepreneurs, because once you make the choice to either launch your product or start your business, you have to realize that it's a different world out there now. So you're going to find that people that don't even know you are going to be your biggest supporters. And sometimes your friends and family are going to talk behind your back or not want to support you. And you really start filtering out who's going to be your ride or dies, and be prepared to reduce your circle a little bit, or have a new circle, meet new friends and new people. It's like, do you want to take advice from people that are beneath you and not building products, the armchair quarterbacks, or do you want to take the advice of people that are where you're trying to go?
Right. Right.
So if you keep that in mind, I think it's a little healthier of a journey where you're not like worrying about what
Yeah.
everybody on
Yeah.
TikTok's saying. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, like you're on your couch, you never created anything. Like, why would I take your advice?
Right. And I think that like that's a good point. Like what you're saying there is because you are going to get that like the negative feedback. And
Yeah.
I've gotten so many like negative comments, but also so many supportive comments. Like on my most viral video on TikTok that blew up, I've been getting a lot of like support, which has been incredible to see. And it was just a video of me talking about the process from like that first prototype to where we ended up with the final one here. And people just love seeing like the brain process behind it because not a lot of people talk about it. And I think that's why it blew up. It was literally just a video of me sitting for like 2 minutes explaining the whole process. And the watch time is like pretty much the entire video. And it has like 220,000 views right now and so many comments. And I've generated a lot of sales from that video and so much support too. People were like, wow, like, thank you for showing us this process. Like I've never actually seen like what it takes to make one. But then you also get like comments, like negative comments, and it's like, all right, whatever. But I think a lot of us
that's so hard. Oh my God. Like, relax, bro.
I think a lot of us want to say, oh, like that doesn't affect me. Like just rub it off my shoulder, like, you know, take it on the chin. But I think at the end of the day, it's like, it's still like mentally taxing when you are getting like negative feedback, but you can't take it personally, right?
Agreed.
And you just have to know, like, you have to be so confident in like what you're building. Like no one can tell me anything. Like I am going to scale this with or without you. I don't care what you say. And just have that like lethal mentality, I guess.
Go off, queen.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Do you ever listen to Alex Hermosi or read any of his books?
Oh yeah.
So we were talking earlier about you know, like reducing your circle and building a brand and stuff. And one of his pieces of advice is that when you're going from like 0 to 1, you have to tell people what you're doing or what you're selling. And we have a cell phone, right? We have all these contacts. We have your phone numbers. You have all your followers on Instagram, LinkedIn, et cetera, et cetera. And you just got to tell people what you're doing. And that's something that I'm doing with my jewelry business right now is just telling people, hey, you know, I'm raising money for veteran charities and I do jewelry and this and that. Internally, I'm afraid that people are going to see my message and think, oh, he's trying to sell me something. And, you know, like delete or unsubscribe or like don't reach out to me anymore. But the more I do it, the more I am reconnecting with old friends and people are saying, oh man, it's great to hear from you. Glad you're doing well. That mental notion of like fighting your brain on some things, like you gotta just do it anyways and understand that maybe there's 1 or 2 outliers that aren't gonna want to stick around, but for the majority of it, we've built these circles of people that love and trust us. So you just gotta be confident in what you're doing. Like you said, do it for you and for your customers, and it's gonna happen. It's one brick by brick and one step at a time.
If you have the customer in mind, like you're gonna win, right? Because your customers is everything, right? Those are the people, or your customers are everything. Those are the people that are gonna buy from you. They're gonna be your ride or dies, and if you keep innovating with them in mind, like you'll succeed.
So social media usually is the highlight reel of people's lives. You really don't get a lot of the behind the scenes feedback or the negative stuff, because I mean, who wants to go and watch a bunch of negative stuff on social media because you're already having a bad day? That's why you're doom scrolling anyways.
It's the worst when you're like having a bad day and then you like look at your phone and you see like and it's just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to see this right now. But it's like you have to deal with that as a business owner. So maybe some of the stuff that you don't necessarily post on social, but did you have to make any sacrifices to get to where you're going? Like, oh, you know, I was knocking on doors like in the beginning, or I spent my last $10 in gas money to like, or just staying up for hours and hours. Like, talk to me about kind of the stuff that isn't the glamorous side. Yeah, for sure. So a lot of the social media is glamorous and fun, like making the content. Well, actually creating content is really time consuming and can be hard, but it's the more fun side of it, which I enjoy and love doing. But yeah, a lot of the back end stuff, like, you know, fulfilling, like I'm doing a lot of this on my own right now, like starting out, and it's great for me to learn it and understand it. But I've had really late nights where I'm packing orders till like 1 a.m. Like I work a day job. This isn't what I'm doing full time. So it's what I'm doing on the side. It's my job. It comes first, and then I have a business that I'm obviously very passionate about and love a lot. So I'm willing to put in that extra time and all those late nights and hours and just doing these calls that are you're just constantly so there's so many things that you're doing, and I think people don't see that like back end of things. And then like starting out, like I needed to get that capital, right, and raising that money was really important.
Yeah.
And I actually had an investor help me out the last few days of my campaign. So I did a Kickstarter campaign, and I think not a lot of people know with Kickstarter, if you don't hit your goal, you don't get any of the money.
Really?
So my goal was $45,000, and I forget what I was at, but I had organically raised like 37. I don't remember. It was like in the 30s.
Yeah.
And I needed just a little bit more money to hit that goal. And I knew it wasn't going to happen like overnight. Like I needed to get a little help. So I reached out to an incredible entrepreneur, businessman, and they were able to, or he was able to help fund that. And
thank you, whoever you are, mystery man.
Shout out to our investor, and make that dream happen. I remember I was driving home from work. It was a long day of work, and gave me a call, and he's like, we're in, we're going to help you out. We're going to do it. And I like started crying.
How many hair cans was that? Like 100?
I don't know. I gotta go back and look, but
that's a lot of hair.
Yeah. I just like cried tears of joy. Like I rarely do that. And that was like a moment in life where like, wow, like this is going to happen. Because the startup competition was like, that gave me the motivation to register it and get it going. But like, it wasn't going to actually happen unless I had the capital to make it happen. And that call is what did it, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to give you the rest of it. We believe in you. Like, just do this for other people one day. And that's something I absolutely would love to do, is like help other entrepreneurs one day, maybe invest in founders. So, because that changed my life.
Yeah. I mean, it's, I've gotten away from the term self-made because I really don't think it applies. I mean, especially after this conversation, I mean, there's no way that just one person can get there. You can have the idea, you can have the determination and stuff, but there's investors involved, there's friends and family.
Yeah.
It takes a village. So I don't think the self-made entrepreneur or this or that really makes sense in today's age. I mean, it sounds cool, right? Like the sentiment is, you know, I was determined and I did what I needed to do to get there, but I think it takes a lot of folks to get something off the ground.
It does.
So how would you want to help women or like young entrepreneurs kind of get their start? Do you have any ideas?
Yeah. So I would love to go back to like college and just, you know, speak to big groups and help out like younger female founders, or maybe it doesn't have to be female, but I'm very passionate towards my female business ladies that have ideas, and just kind of guide them and help them out. Something that I'm really wanting to do is actually hire interns. And I'm heavily connected with my past college and other colleges in the surrounding areas, and just hiring maybe like a girl or someone that is really interested in starting her own business as like my social media intern, where you get to work with me and I'll show you how to start a business and you make my content, you know. Content is time consuming.
Oh my
God.
God.
I know college girls, like they know what's trending. Like they're scrolling TikTok all day. Like I don't have the time to be doing that with everything that's going on.
Right.
So I think that would be a great way to help out aspiring female business owners, and kind of guide them, give them a good direction, and then it's kind of win-win situation. Like you help me, I help you.
If you had an unlimited budget right now, how would you tell the world about HairCan?
Oh, that's a good Super Bowl ad.
Yeah.
Those ads are insane. Like the amount of money people spend on them. But,
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. It's like the most viewed in the world, like viewed sporting event in the world, right? Next to soccer.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. If I had unlimited budget, I would make, I don't know, like, just feel like TikTok is.
Yeah,
like,
just hire a big content creation team.
I would love to do like a whole production, like a whole like video of like a skit, like a really high, like intense skit of like a husband and a wife fighting about hair in the shower, and then like poof, the hair can come, like a whole ad. I think that would be really cool, and I know those can be pretty expensive, like creating like an actual like ad, and streaming that on TV, like having it on the commercials, QVC. What else? Billboards everywhere. You're like tanning at the beach and you see like a hair can fly with like the planes.
Love the vision.
Times Square.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Like
one big hair can just right in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's how you get in front of a lot of eyeballs.
Yeah, for sure. just, yeah, going on TV, maybe Shark Tank, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's always fun. What about you? What would be yours?
Man, so for me and the jewelry business, jewelry's so personal and it's an emotionally driven purchase.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I'm really into like in-person events. So if I had an unlimited budget, I would love to just put on these amazing either parties or what I really want to do, which is kind of a unique concept, at least in my head, is like I want to bring like the Michelin star hospitality feeling to jewelry somehow.
Yeah.
Where like maybe there's couples coming into a physical space and it's like both educational, you're learning about diamonds and gold and stuff, and like the presentation is so different from the typical like try this ring on and like look at this diamond and stuff, where you're just like walking out of my jewelry store blown away, and you either like walk out with a free like tennis bracelet or some earrings or something.
Yeah.
I mean, something experiential is like what I'm really into lately.
Yeah. No, I love how you talk about people buy with like their emotions.
Yeah.
And feeling, especially like a big purchase like your ring, like your first ring and all of that. So, no, that's definitely an experience, and I think that'd be cool to like curate something like that.
Yeah. So we'll get there. You'll be on Shark Tank, and I'll be the Michelin star jewelry guy.
Yeah, I love it. We should collab.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because it's a good gift for the couples out there.
Absolutely. So episode 2, come see us. We're gonna have another recording here, and you're gonna see us in a totally different place next time.
Yeah.
We're getting kind of towards the end of the show, and I like to throw in a couple fun things, very Chicago-esque. So what are some of your favorite restaurants or bars in Chicago?
Restaurants. So recently, I've been going to Gino and Marty's a lot.
Okay.
I love Gino and Marty's. Me and my friends love it there. And I think the experience that like Gino does, like puts on people, like everyone that walks in there like is getting great service. Like he's out there on the floor doing the whole thing and like curating food and just really like in the business, which you don't see that a lot with like restaurant owners. So I would definitely say that's a great place. Definitely go check it out if you've never been. And bar, I don't know. I always like going to Lyra. I think that's a fun time, but I haven't been going to bars as much recently because I've been trying to lock in. But I definitely have a good time sometimes here and there.
For sure. I mean, Chicago has so many options. It's like what I tell people is you got to find a neighborhood that fits the vibe that you're feeling that day. You can go one way or you can go the other if you want a chill vibe and you want to hit up some sports bars and play Golden Tee and have a couple old styles or whatever, or if you want to like hit the club and have a night out. And
too. Yeah, you can do it all in Chicago.
You can do everything in between. So we've got the options, plenty of fun out there, and
it's a great city.
It would take a lifetime to really do everything the city has to offer because it's always evolving too.
It is.
So I think that's why I love Chicago. I don't think I'll ever leave. Future guests on the Scorpion S podcast. Do you have anyone that you'd love to see on a future episode? Maybe a mentor or a friend?
You should get Lori on here.
Yeah, if she's Chicago gal, I mean, we'll put her on the list.
Yeah, I think Lori would be cool. Or, I don't know, maybe just like more like female entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You know, and you're starting to do that more.
All right. Well, Lori, check your DMs.
Yeah.
We'll be texting you shortly. And for the hair can and your personal brands, where can the audience find out more about you?
Yeah, so you can find more about Haircan at shophaircan.com. That is our website, shophaircan.com. And the Instagram is the Haircan, and our TikTok is also the Haircan. So that's
awesome.
where we're at.
Well, we'll link everything in the show notes for you guys so you can purchase that hair can. And what's the price point on this guy?
So they are $25.
$25, extremely reasonable, especially in this market when everything's inflated and tariffs and all that. So save yourself some time, some emotional headaches with your partner, and get a hair can, please, because it's supporting a women-founded business, and she's up and coming. So you're going to see a lot more of Sabrina out there.
$25 for a hair can or $250 to snake the drain. You choose. So
I love it. Well, Sabrina, thanks for coming on the show. I'm super happy you made some time.
For sure. Thanks for having me. This was fun.